From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your weekend weather.
Fred Gossage here on this Sunday morning, filling in for Brian Wilson from the Home Weather Center with your weekend forecast update. Nothing wrong with Brian. He'll be back in the studio at midday. I'm doing these morning updates from the Home Weather Center because we just wanted to make sure we had the freshest information from the overnight in these outlooks concerning the severe weather threat later this evening into the overnight. We didn't want you working with stale information. We wanted everything to be fresh and updated with the Storm Prediction Center risk areas, with the computer modeling for Futurecast and everything. So that's why I'm recording everything early this morning from home. Brian will be back live at midday from the studio, and all of us will be in the studio this evening to track the storms for you. So that's the situation with me being at home for the outlook this morning. Here's your forecast update. And mostly cloudy to partly cloudy through the day, warming quickly out of the 70s into the 80s as we head through the late morning and the midday, into the upper 80s to lower 90s for daytime highs today. Don't be discouraged by the thunderstorm icons from 2 p.m. on forward through the rest of the afternoon. That is not widespread. The only reason why we're adding the thunderstorm icons for the afternoon is there may be a few spotty, isolated thunder showers here and there during the afternoon to early evening hours. It's probably not going to mess up your outdoor plans. Most of us for today can get done with our outdoor plans during the daytime hours. The vast majority of the daytime hours are just fine. It's once we get after dark, and especially deeper into the overnight, when the thunderstorms become more widespread. Just pay attention to things today. If a thunder shower comes up in the afternoon, it's probably not going to last long, but be ready to head inside. Keep an eye on the radar just in case, but most of us, for the daytime hours today, are going to be dry. Storm Prediction Center update continues a level 2 out of 5 risk of severe weather, mainly for the overnight tonight for all of our viewing area across southern middle Tennessee, northwest Alabama, and northeast Mississippi. Out of all the storm threats we've had come across the past several days, this is the most organized one. However, this is still a lower end type risk when all is said and done. It's still, the risk level is still on the lower half of the scale, even though this is the most organized one out of the ones we've had the past several days. But it's still one you need to pay attention to. I just don't want you to think we're going to have a tornado outbreak or anything like that. I don't see any data that supports that, but we're still going to have to pay attention to the storms tonight because there will still likely be warnings. The main threat type tonight is damaging straight line winds with the main line of thunderstorms, where some people could have wind gusts of 50, 60, 70 miles per hour. That's strong enough to knock down trees, knock down power lines, knock down trees on the power lines, knock down trees on the homes, cause power outages, cause some roof damage, things like that. You guys know how that works. Even with a big widespread line of thunderstorms, not every single person in the area has a wind gust that strong. But in several spots on the line, there will be wind gusts that strong, and you have to be ready for that. In addition, there is the risk of a few tornadoes involved as we get into the evening and the overnight. We have no reason to believe it's a big widespread tornado outbreak or anything like that, but it doesn't matter what type of tornado it is. A tornado is a tornado, and all it takes is one, and there could be a few tornado warnings tonight, so pay close attention. We will be here to track any warnings that are issued live from the Weather Center tonight. We will have live coverage as necessary, but you will have to pay attention to this. There could also be a few storms embedded in the line that have hail up to $1 to $half size, and also the potential for some localized flooding. But with these big breaks of time between the rounds of thunderstorms the past few days on into tonight, with a lot of dry time in between, and then the storms moving fast tonight, I don't really see any widespread major flooding tonight, but there could be some localized flooding and flash flooding, street flooding that may prompt a flash flood warning or two here and there, but no big high-end type flooding that we see as of how things currently look. Here's a breakdown with Futurecast as far as timing of everything. There may be a stray shower here or there during the morning. Chance of that is less than 10%. That's how dry it will be. Temperatures warming through the 70s into the 80s by midday. As we get into the afternoon, here we're partly sunny skies, and we warm to the upper 80s near the lower 90s. Notice that there could be a few spotty, isolated thunder showers here and there. Don't pay attention to exactly the exact spot on the map where it's being shown by the raw computer model here, because it could be anywhere across the area in Tennessee or Alabama or Mississippi. There could be a few, but notice how spotty they are compared to the whole viewing area. That's why we're telling you, you can get your outdoor plans done today just fine. You just may have a spotty thunder shower pop up, but most of you will be just fine for the whole day. And then even if you get one of these this afternoon, it won't last too long. It's once we get after dark, thunderstorms start getting more widespread. And a few of these could pop up as early as 7, 8, 9 p.m. as the low-level jet wraps up. And it's these mid to late evening storms we'll have to watch maybe a little more closely for rotation, because they're kind of out there by themselves. As the low-level jet and the wind shear ramps up, there will be enough wind shear and instability during that time from about 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. for maybe a few of these individual storms to possibly have tornado warnings. I don't see a big tornado outbreak or anything like that with them, but we'll have to watch and be on guard. After 10 or 11, close to midnight, that's when the big line of thunderstorms moves in from the northwest, and that's when the widespread damaging straight line wind threat kicks in, and that continues on through 1, 2, 3, 4 o'clock across the area from northwest to southeast. I think once we get to like 4 or 5 o'clock or sooner in the morning hours, the severe weather threat for our viewing area is over as the line of thunderstorms shifts on to the south. And then that takes most of the Monday rain and thunderstorms off to the south with it. However, during the heat of the day, Monday afternoon and evening, there could still be a few spotty thunder showers across the area, but not looking especially widespread. So Monday, for Memorial Day itself, you will be able to get in some outdoor plans as well. Pay attention to what we're saying here. We're not telling you to cancel outdoor plans today or Monday. Just pay attention in case there's a spotty thunder shower. The widespread stuff is overnight tonight. Anything during the daytime today on Sunday or during the day on Monday, anything during the daytime hours looks pretty spotty. And then the cold front comes on through Monday evening, getting us back to slightly cooler and drier air that gives us some heat relief as we head into the middle and latter part of next week. Now, the GFS is off by itself, trying to spit out a few showers here for Wednesday. I think those stay off to the south, closer to that front, closer to the Gulf Coast. We'll watch that just in case, but for now, I'm not adding rain chances into the forecast for Wednesday. Here's the temperature breakdown for the next 7 days. Upper 80s and lower 90s across the area this afternoon. It's going to be hot today before those overnight storms move in. Still into the mid 80s for Monday, Memorial Day, because the cold front has it pushed in. But notice we drop down the temperatures just a little bit for the middle part of the week. And there may be some spots in Middle Tennessee on Wednesday and Thursday that don't get out of the upper 70s for daytime highs, with morning lows as low as the mid to upper 50s with some lower humidity. So there is some drier and slightly cooler air coming for some heat relief. So here's the start of your 7-day forecast. A spotty thunder shower possible this afternoon during the daytime hours, but it will be very isolated. Most of you will not be affected. It's near and especially after dark tonight on through the overnight hours when showers and thunderstorms are likely. Some of those are likely to be severe. Spotty thunder showers into the daytime hours of Monday, but that big overnight line of thunderstorms takes the widespread stuff with it. Monday, anything looks very spotty and hit or miss. You'll be able to do outdoor plans on Monday as well. Just pay attention in case a spotty thunder shower does come up. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we dry out with cooler, drier air moving in. And then maybe a return to spotty thunder showers as we head toward Friday and the upcoming weekend. There's a look at your latest 7-day forecast. Brian Wilson is back in the studio live at midday today with another update for the rest of the day, the 7-day forecast, and the severe weather threat tonight. And then we'll have the Weather Center fully staffed this evening and the overnight to provide live coverage as necessary.